it's inspiring, it's exciting to know what our Austin community is doing. And I'm really excited to present our next speaker, who is revolutionizing the way that we think of hempcrete and sustainable and natural and regenerative building. She is the founder of Saoirse Leaning Center. That is a really awesome tiny home community project. And so I'm excited to welcome Jennifer Bailey to the stage to share with us more about her project and what miracles she is creating. I also have one additional piece of information that I want to share with you, which is that here in about 10-ish minutes, Parangi and Ashley are going to be doing a Q&A in the house. And Angel, can you confirm this? In the house for the Q&A, if you have a blue wristband, blue or gold. If you have a blue or gold wristband and are interested in the Parangi and Ashley Q&A, that's going to be taking place at 7 o'clock in the house, all right? And with that, I would like to welcome Jennifer Bailey.
Hello. By raise of hands, can you show me who is aware of how toxic the home or apartment that you live in? How toxic, all right? Show of hands, who has ever considered building their own home? Nice, more hands there. Great. Well, we started on a path at Saoirse Leaning Center. It was back in 2020, and our first workshop was with Dome Gaia, which was a dome building workshop. They used Portland cement and foam basically to create their air-proof block. And as much fun as that was, the workshops were so much fun. I was shocked by how toxic the Portland cement is, and you can actually get concrete poisoning from that material. So I started reaching out and trying to do it differently, do it a little better, not only for us but also for the earth, And George Swanson, who's a healthy homes guy, architect and designer here in Austin, Texas, came out and talked to us about magnesium. So a couple of metric tons later, we had learned how to make a magnesium block, what we could add to it, how to stucco with it, and just kind of fell in love with this material that is completely non-toxic and natural. They mine it out of the ground, and all of a sudden we weren't having to have all of our skin covered and double gloved and masked, when you were using this material. So the next experience we had at Saoirse was building a hempcrete building, which was also a lot of fun. Yeah, loved working with the hemp. I was already spoiled by magnesium by this time, but was trying to be open-minded about lime. The long and the short of it is lime is also a toxic material. And I realized after building our little hempel, little six-sided building that became the bedroom for the first dome we built, that I didn't want to work with lime anymore. So I talked to my team and said, let's put together a magnesium hemp building. They're both natural materials. And I brought some hemp hurd, and you guys can pass this around. That is the aggregate that we use inside the magnesium to build the homes that we build now. And we're not builders, we're educators, and we like to, we run workshops to teach people how to build their own homes. So this is the inside of the stalk of the hemp plant, industrial hemp plant. And smoking it will do nothing for you. We tried, doesn't work. But when you put together the hemp and the magnesium, and feel free to open this up, stick your finger in it, put it in your mouth. This is a natural material that anybody can work with. I was shocked to hear that I could actually do building workshops with toddlers with this material, because it's absolutely natural and non-toxic as well. And then our binder, the way this works is you create a brine with magnesium sulfate, otherwise known as Epsom salts. And you start with the liquid, add the magnesium, and then the hemp. And we do a cast-in-place system where we put forms on the inside and outside of the timber structure and pack the wall, pack around the electric and the plumbing and so forth, and you end up with a really stone-like building. Inside and outside. It also, because of the hemp, has a breathability to it, which is really brilliant. Hemp naturally sequesters a lot of carbon out of our atmosphere as it grows. But the really cool part about hemp is it continues to sequester carbon throughout the life of the home. So you're building, you know, a net zero home, which as I think everyone knows, the construction industry is responsible for about 38% of all of the CO2 that's produced by humankind in the world. So if we can change the way we do it, the way we build in just this one industry, we have a massive impact on our ability to sequester that carbon and maybe not have a super crazy world that has super crazy weather and all of the struggles that we've had with the climate change issues. Hemp also has a lot of innate benefits. One is that it's a lot cheaper to heat and cool your home if you have a hempcrete or a hempesium, which is what we're calling the hemp and magnesium home, because the variation in the temperature and the humidity in a home built with hemp only varies, 3 or 4 degrees on average. It also is filtering the air that's coming from the outside. So if you live in a big city, it's a natural filtration system for the air that you're breathing. So really good, benefit there as well. So at any time, if anybody has a question, just shoot your hand up. I'm happy to, talk. I don't know which direction to go. Our method is, I'm sorry, yes.
What do you use for the binding agent? And the magnesium and the hemp earth? What do you use for binding?
Yeah, so that's this is the Epsom salts.
Oh, the Epsom salt.
Yeah, it's magnesium sulfate, but we call it Epsom salts in this country. And that's also mined out of the ground and completely, I actually do a cleanse with Epsom salts every year for my liver. So again, something that you can put in your mouth. It does not taste as good as the magnesium, no. But you mix that with hot water to make sure that it's completely dissolved, which is our brine. That's what we start with in the big mixer, right? And then you add the magnesium and you have a nice slurry, and then you add the hemp. And then you've got about 45 minutes to get it in the wall.
Yeah.
Because where hempcrete, which is hemp and lime, is a, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Hempcrete takes a while to dry.
Yeah, the curing, thank you.
Yeah.
The curing for hempcrete is, 4 to 8 weeks, depending on the weather, the temperature, and the humidity. We have to have 50 degrees or warmer when we're doing magnesium and hemp, but it cures overnight, and you can actually start stuccoing it the next day, which is a big thing in construction, right? Yeah, sitting around waiting for a house to cure seems a little crazy, but so yeah, did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice. Yes, sir. Hey. Yeah, at this point, it's about 95 cents a square foot. So I have probably about 22,000 in this 280 square foot. We did a tall roof on it, and a shed roof, so we could do water catchment and solar on the roof. And it's a tall roof because you can actually add 140 additional square feet if you want a loft in there. We have a prototype home on our property at Saoirse Leaning Center, and we also have the little hempcrete building and a couple of domes that we've built. And we offer free tours anytime. We schedule them all the time. People come and take a look. We're beginning to work with nonprofits who want to build small homes for the population that they serve, so that they have assets that also help the nonprofit become more sustainable. So we're running out of room at Saoirse, and would like to be able to bless nonprofits or even individuals. If someone's got land west of Boston, we're open to doing a workshop there and building it. The workshop is a lot of fun. It's a 10-day workshop, and we do it here in Texas. Our next workshop is in October. And then we have a couple of 7-day workshops that we're doing up in Alberta, Canada in August. Really good time to get out of Texas. So all of those, all the information, and we have all kinds of stuff over in the booth, which is through that doorway and against that far fence. So come and check us out. We also have a list if you're interested, or you just want to stay on the mailing list and receive the notices when we're having workshops or classes and so forth. Saoirse has low-cost sustainable housing, and demonstrating this method is one aspect of what we do. But we also do permaculture, and Taylor is instrumental in helping us get going with that. How about that, girl? And we're doing other classes as well. So check us out on our website, Saoirse LC, which stands for learningcenter.com. Any other questions?
How's the hemp stored so it doesn't decompose?
Yeah, the hemp comes in super sacks. It's processed at the processing center. We have gotten it from Texas, Kansas, and Illinois. And the hemp that we'll be using in Alberta, we're getting from Alberta. And it's stored in super sacks. We have used French hemp that came from France, that were in plastic bags, which was the most formal way, and it was also the most mold-ridden. The beauty of magnesium is that it doesn't matter. Magnesium eradicates, you can't say this about lime, but magnesium eradicates the lime or the mold in whatever aggregate you're working with. So, I have friends that go to third world countries and teach the population in refugee camps how to build their own home. That is, you can go with magnesium and choose any aggregate. We really love working with hemp here in the States, but if they've got palm trees and there's big piles of palm trash around, chop that stuff up, put it in the magnesium, and you're building a house. So really, nice. Yeah.
Do you have any projects in the African continent, or do you want to?
That group I was talking about has a nonprofit, and they went to, it was a Congolese refugee camp in Zambia. I forget the name of it. And they did a super Adobe class, a 3-week, and they taught them start to finish how to build it, and then stucco it in the end. And yeah, absolutely. We're always looking. you know, for wherever the universe wants us to go, to teach people how to build their own homes. Anyone else? Okay, that's all I got for you.
Woo!